One of the key global issues that is talked about at Almedalen Week is climate change. And there are always ways and debates and discussions on how one can lead a more sustainable life, how can one reduce the carbon footprint of the world really. In many ways, sustainability and a circular lifestyle is something which has been a part of the Indian ethos. Uh, how can India be a part of that thought leadership on circularity and on sustainability?
Climate change is indeed the top priority or top challenge facing humankind right now. And unless we all work together, it is unlikely to be managed. Um, and if you see, there are many, many aspects to it. India has been at the forefront of both domestic action in terms of climate action and our global cooperation to take this fight forward. If we see really the issues such as environment protection, global warming, ozone depletion, they all came up in 1960s, started coming up. In 1972, Sweden in fact hosted the first UN conference on human environment. And India was the only country which was led, Indian delegation was led at the prime ministerial level. So both India and Sweden have a long record of being very active on these issues. It is not a recent issue for either of our countries. If we see in 1990s when the global negotiations started on a convention, Indian negotiators were among the first to present a full draft text of a convention. If we come to 2015 COP, Paris COP, there again India made a very positive and significant contribution, which was well appreciated and recognized. Also in Paris, India with France launched the India International Solar Alliance, which has really attracted a lot of membership. I think we have around 90 members now. And India and Sweden in 2019 September launched a LEAD IT initiative, which is the leadership group on industry transition. So India has been, along with Sweden, very, very active on these issues for a long time. Now you mentioned the civilizational aspect of the whole circular economy and sustainability. If we see in Indian tradition, there is no dichotomy between nature and humanity or human beings. That's more a Western thought. So if you see, even a Western science now acknowledges things like feedback loops, carbon cycle, water cycle, all these things are linked. And Indian thought has always appreciated this web of life, this interdependence of the habitats, of species, of human species. These are not separate. So in our tradition, we have plants or trees who are sacred, animals or birds who are sacred. So there is a very fundamental understanding of how every being is dependent on each other. And at the same time, there is this tradition of sustainability, of reuse, recycle, trying to not go to the extremes. So those insights are already available, and they are there in the Indian tradition. And that is perhaps helping us when we now look at how to manage climate change.